Welcome, everyone. If you are watching this, you are in for a treat. I am going to go ahead and jump into this. And what I want to go ahead and do is talk about the business blind spots, 3 revenue killers hiding in plain sight, and how AI can fix these problems for good. So, let me go ahead and start with a question. How many of you would say your business is doing fine? Not terrible, not amazing, just fine. Like, you're getting customers, you're making sales, you're paying the bills, but deep down, there's more. There's more revenue you should be capturing, and you can't quite put your finger on why it's not happening. So here's what I've discovered: most businesses aren't failing because they're bad at what they do. They're hitting walls because of 3 specific problems that are so common yet invisible. You don't even realize that they're costing you money. And this is what I call the business blind spots. And today I'm going to show you exactly what they are, how much they're actually costing you, and how AI can fix all 3 of them. Now, before I dive in, let's address the elephant in the room: AI. Some of you are excited, most skeptical. And here's the reality: AI isn't coming, it's already here. According to McKinsey, over 60% of businesses like yours have already implemented AI. Your competitors are making a choice right now. The ones who figure out how to use AI to plug the revenue leaks that I'm talking about, they're pulling ahead fast. Good news: you don't need to become a tech expert. You just need to understand 3 specific problems happening in your business today and how AI solves them in a way that's simple and immediate. Now, to preface all of this, you need to understand customer behavior as has fundamentally changed. Microsoft found the average attention span online is now 8 seconds. Harvard Business Review showed if you respond to leads within 5 minutes, you're 20 times more likely to convert them than if you wait 30 minutes. 21 times. And Bright Local found 85% of consumers won't leave a voicemail. They just call the next business. Customers expect instant responses. They expect your website to engage them immediately, and they expect you to answer every call. And if you don't, someone else will. So here's what I'm going to cover today. First, why websites stopped working in 2023 and what replaced them. Second, the real reason your leads are ghosting you. And third, the hidden price tag on every call that you miss. My goal for you by the end of this presentation is you're going to see your business differently. You're going to understand where the leaks are, and you're going to know exactly how to fix them. All right, let's dive into revenue killer number 1. Why websites stopped working in 2023. Question: how many of you have a website built already? How many of you are actively driving traffic to your website right now? Facebook ads, Google, word of mouth. Most of you. Now, my next question is, how's that working for you? Because here's what I'm seeing. Businesses are spending more on traffic than ever before, but conversion rates are getting worse. And most people have no idea why. So, what happened? Simple. Customer behavior changed. Remember that stat from earlier? The average attention span online is now 8 seconds. That means when someone lands on your website, you have 8 seconds to engage them before they bounce. And here's the problem: most websites are built like digital brochures. They're passive. They sit there and wait for the customer to do something: read, fill out a form, call. But today's customers don't want to work that hard. They want answers now. And if your website can't provide that, they're gone. So let me show you what this costs. Let's say you're driving 1,000 visitors to your site every month, and your conversion rate is 2%, which is pretty average. That's 20 leads a month. Now, what if I told you that 80% of those visitors are bouncing within the first 30 seconds? That's 800 people who came to your site, looked around for a few seconds, and left without booking, without calling. without taking any action. Why? Because your website didn't engage them fast enough. And here's the painful part. A lot of those people were interested. They just needed a little nudge, but your website couldn't give them it. So, what replaced websites? Conversations. Today's customers want to have a conversation while they're on your site. They want to ask questions and feel heard. That's where what I call Chloe comes in. Now, I know what you're thinking. Great, another chatbot. Those things are annoying. And you're right. Most are, because they typically don't respond how you'd like them to. I mean, just quite frankly, dumb. But modern AI is different. It's conversational, it's smart, it actually helps, and it engages visitors the instant they land on your site. Here's how it works. Someone lands on your site, within 3 to 5 seconds, a chat widget pops up, not pushy, just friendly. Hey, what brings you in today? What questions do you have about body contouring, or were you affected by the recent hailstorm? The visitor types their question and AI responds instantly with relevant information, answers follow-up questions, and when they're ready, it books them directly into your calendar, all in real time. Instead of waiting for them to think about it and never come back, according to Drift, businesses that use AI see an average conversion rate increase of 3%. So if you're converting at 2%, AI bumps you up to 6. Using that same example, instead of 20 leads a month, you'd be getting 60. Same traffic, same ad spend, 3 times the leads. So let's recap. Revenue killer number 1. Your website is getting traffic, but visitors are bouncing because they're not engaged fast enough. AI fixes this by starting conversations immediately, answering questions in real time, and guiding visitors toward booking. The result? More leads, more appointments, more sales. From the same traffic you're already getting. Hope this is making sense. So let's move to why leads are ghosting you. Just a heads up, it's not you. It's not your business. It's not your model. Ever had this happen? Someone fills out a form on your website or messages you on Facebook or Instagram. You reach out within an hour or two, which feels pretty responsive. But when you call or email, nothing. It's like they disappeared. Why do you think that is? What happened? Here's the truth. They didn't ghost you because you weren't good enough. They ghosted you because someone else got them first. Here's what happened. The moment someone opts into your website, the algorithms kick into gear. Google, Facebook, Instagram, they all start showing that same person more leads, more ads, similar to the one that you paid for in order to get this client in your ecosystem. Even ads from your competitors immediately, because the platforms know this person is in buying mode. So that same person who was just on your website 5 minutes ago, they're now scrolling Facebook, seeing ads from 3 of your competitors. They're watching YouTube, getting hit with more competitor ads. They're being bombarded with options. And here's the brutal truth. It doesn't matter how good you are. What matters is who gets to them first. Remember that Harvard stat we talked about earlier? If you respond within 5 minutes, you're 21 times more likely to convert than if you actually wait 30. 21 times more, which is insane. Now, here's why. When someone fills out a form, they're hot right now. They're motivated. But that motivation, it fades fast. Life happens. We all know life happens. People get distracted. I mean, life. And suddenly that urgency is gone. Unless someone reaches out and engages them while they're interested, while they're hot, what we call a hot lead, you're waiting to follow up. Your competitors aren't. The smart ones are reaching out instantly in less than 5 minutes. And guess what? That lead who who's on your website first is now taking is they're not talking to your competitor. By the time you reach out an hour later, they're already booked with someone else. Here's where AI powered follow up comes in. Someone fills out a form within 60 seconds. They get a text, "Hey, I saw your name came through our website. What has you interested in our service?" Immediate, personal, engaging. The lead responds. AI keeps conversation going, builds rapport, makes them feel heard, and when they're ready, it books them on your calendar immediately. Now, while you're doing literally anything else, you got to them first. And according to InsideSales.com, companies that respond within 1 minute are 391% more likely to convert than companies that wait 5, 10, 15 minutes. 391%. That's nearly 4x your conversion rate. So just from responding to leads faster, AI gives you that speed automatically. You eliminate that problem. So with revenue killer number 2, your leads aren't ghosting because you're not good enough. They're ghosting you because someone else got to them first. And AI powered follow up solves this by engaging within 60 seconds, keeping the conversation going while the lead is hot, and booking them before competitors get a chance. More appointments, more conversations, more sales. Are you starting to see the trend? Hope so. So let's hit the last one. The hidden price tag on every call you miss. Question: how many calls do you think you're missing every week? Not just the ones that show up in missed calls, but the ones where people called, didn't get an answer, and just moved on without leaving a voicemail, without trying again. Gone. Most business owners assume if it's important, they'll leave a voicemail. 85% of consumers will not leave a voicemail. They just hang up and call the next business. Think about your behavior. When's the last time you left a voicemail? Probably never. Because it's annoying. You just call the next option. That's it. Your customers are not leaving voicemails. They're literally doing the exact same thing. So let me show you what this costs. Let's say your average customer is worth $1,000. You're missing 10 calls a week, just to be conservative. Let's say 1 in 5 was someone ready to buy. That's 2 customers a week, $2K a week in lost revenue, $8K a month, and $96,000 a year just from missing calls. And here's the thing: a lot of those people, you were their first choice. But when you didn't answer, they called the next business. And whoever answered first, that's who they went with. Even if that business wasn't as good as you, which 9 times out of 10 they aren't, but simply because they answered the phone and you didn't. But I get it. You can't answer every call. You're busy with customers. You're on other calls. You're running your business. AI can. Here's what an AI receptionist does. And imagine this for a second. Someone calls, AI answers immediately in a natural voice. "Hey, thanks for calling ABC Plumbing. How can I help?" The caller explains what they need. AI starts to ask qualifying questions, then books them into your calendar if they're ready. Takes their info for a callback. It transfers them to you if needed, all automatically. AI doesn't just answer calls, it makes people feel heard. It creates forward momentum by the time the call ends. The person feels like they're already working with you, so they stop looking. They stop calling other businesses because the problem's being handled. So let's recap. Revenue killer number 3. You're missing calls. Every missed call is a potential customer calling your competitors. 85% won't leave a voicemail. AI receptionist answers every call, every time. It qualifies leads, it books appointments, it makes people feel heard. More appointments, more customers, more sales. From calls you're already getting, but currently missing. Now, let's bring it all home. Revenue killer number one, websites not engaging fast enough. AI starts to engage with your client, starts conversations immediately. Revenue killer number two, not reaching leads while they're interested. AI follow up engages within 60 seconds. And revenue killer number three, missing calls from ready buyers. AI receptionist answers 24/7. These aren't complicated problems, but they do have expensive consequences. These solutions are not expensive, but the impact is massive because you don't have to generate new leads. You're capturing more of the leads you're already paying for. So, what do we do with all of this information? Look, I'm not here to sell you anything. I just wanted to open up your eyes to what's actually happening and show you that the problem isn't your business. It's not your offer. It's not even your marketing in most cases. The problem is these three invisible leaks that are costing you money every single day. And the good news, they're fixable, like today fixable. So here's what I'm going to do. I put together a list of the best and most affordable tools that you can use right now to plug these leaks. AI chat, follow up, and AI receptionist. All the stuff we just talked about that won't break the bank. So if you want that list, pull out your phone, scan this QR code, or go to the link, fill out your info, and I'll send it straight to you. It's free, no strings attached, just my way of making sure you can actually use what we talked about. And look, if you have questions about any of this or you want help figuring out which tools make sense for your business, come find me after this. I'm happy to chat. I appreciate you giving me your time today. Now, go scan that code, go to that link, and let's plug in those leaks.